Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again. I'm going to continue with this series for idols romantic ideal partners. So I'm going to continue with another request that is for a Stray Kids member Seungmin. So let's start with him. Let's start talking a bit about his energy. He is a Virgo with a moon in Cancer. So, but I also noticed that since I believe that his birthday is like the last day that actually the sun is in Virgo, that it's probably like moving to Libra energy. So probably he has like Mercury and Venus and a lot of influence of Libra in his chart, even though he is a Virgo sun. But we have to take into consideration this energy as well, because you know that Libra energy, it's a bit more romantic, and it's more about appreciating and actually needing more emotional connections, and not only romantic relationships, but to be connected with family members, friends. You know, they definitely need that other half. So even though, Virgos tend to be a bit of the loners, I think that this mix with him having like important planets in Libra, it's also to take into consideration. Let's start with the cards that he got. He got the cards of the Gambler, Prince, Nun, and Scribe. So it's really interesting because from seeing this here, definitely he wants, starting with the Gambler. You know, the Gambler is a really like free spirit and fun kind of archetype. At the same time, if you pay attention to the image, it's like someone that is like doing some choreographies on a acrobacies on some rope, you know, like bending in the air with their eyes being blindfolded. So definitely he wants someone that is a kind of daredevil, and I think that if I see that he is a Virgo and his moon is in Cancer, so you know that Cancer and moon signs actually are about what we need emotionally. So I think that for him to have this kind of gambler kind of character in his life, probably he wants someone that can inspire him to do things he has never dared to do before. Probably he's someone that is very reserved and that it's very sensitive, but at the same time he protects himself a lot. So he wants someone that probably can be a bit of goofy, a bit funny, a bit adventurous and outgoing, very different from his own energy. So he can learn to loosen up a bit, you know, to be more spontaneous himself. And probably this also talks about how he wants his ideal partner to be very different from who he is, or actually him seeing this archetype like something that he doesn't own himself. He wants this in a relationship. Probably there's something about him that he considers his character to be a bit like boring sometimes. You know, probably he has this perception of himself. Probably he's not boring. Probably he is very funny, but with this gambler here, definitely he wants someone that can be like the life of the party, you know, that can come into his life to help him connect with this more adventurous side of himself that he obviously has it, but probably because of how he was raised and about his work and his profession, sometimes having fun, it's a possibility because they are doing what they love, but at the same time, probably when it comes to him being by himself or being in an intimate environment, sometimes he lacks energy to do things, so he wants someone that can like motivate him to get out and do fun stuff, you know. And then we have the archetype of the prince. So yes, I noticed first of all that besides of being this kind of adventurous person, probably he wants someone that can be the one that takes the initiative, because this prince archetype, it's genderless. It doesn't mean that it has to be, because it says it's a prince, it has to be a male or a female. It can be both, because we all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us. So, but well, this prince archetype talks about someone that really likes to be romantic and likes to put the effort, to make like their special someone feel special, like that kind of person. So probably he wants someone that can be a bit more expressive, or probably that doesn't mind to take the initiative about starting a conversation or some kind of approach. Of course, not to be so obvious, because if we see here, the prince archetype is someone that is very gentle and is very romantic and is very diplomatic, and they are this kind of person that are like very natural seducers, that they just know what to say and do very smoothly, and I think that this is what he wants. He wants someone that can like allure him, like lure him in, like guide him almost, like, okay, like, yes, we are starting this kind of courtship where you are taking the lead and I'm playing the role of someone that just goes along, but without any, I don't think he wants someone that is aggressive, like, like too straightforward. Probably he wants someone that is subtle, but at the same time that their filtricious nature, or the ability to seduce him, it's something that he can notice in the small gestures, because at the same time I think that sometimes he is romantic, but he's just very insecure about taking the first step. So probably he needs someone that, without being aggressive, can let him know that they are interested, and that what they are doing because they like him that way, because if you do it just for being nice, you need to guide him through the process of romance. At least this is what he finds ideal. And then we have the card of the nun. Again, this is a card that also came out for another idol. And the card of the monk or the nun is someone that is very devoted to their own beliefs, to their own system of beliefs. And probably this has to do with the fact that that they are like, he also wants someone that is very reserved, someone more private, a private person. And at the same time, someone that, even though they can be like outgoing, he wants to feel like this person, it's like a bit naive and not so experienced when it comes to relationships, because it's like he feels this way. So it's like he wants to feel like he's going through this emotional process with someone that is also experiencing this, like as if it was the first time, I'm not saying that he's looking for someone that is a virgin or someone like that, no, but it's not about not having experience in love. It's more about you like not coming with a lot of baggage from previous relationships, like you entering this relationship with a very clear and open mind, but and also without expectations, that you can be like very like this nature where you allow yourself to be amazed by the connection. This is why I think that sometimes I use this card and I refer to this card as someone that is very pure, because it's like they have this idealization, or they have this very gentle nature where they are very devoted to working on themselves and being the better version of themselves. So probably when we see this archetype here of the monk or the nun, he wants someone that can really like go into this relationship feeling really really comfortable, really like, but at the same time like experiencing this with brand new eyes, like not comparing what he has or what this person has with him, like, oh, this is what I did with my ex, because there are people like that. There are people that they are great seducers, they are really good at relationships, but they have so many exes and they have so many breakup stories, and probably in the first date it happens that they bring up their exes in their conversation a lot, and they talk about past experiences, and they end up comparing you with their exes. So it's a bit uncomfortable. I think that probably since I believe that he doesn't have much experience in love, even though probably he does want this, he wants to find true love, but I think that he's a bit innocent in that sense. He is, and he wants this person to feel the same way. He doesn't want to feel like, oh, the other person has more experience than him, because it makes him feel insecure. So it's about the attitude. It's not about the person really not having dated anyone before, but it's about not comparing experiences. And also, what I think about every time, because I mentioned about privacy, about the characteristics about this person being really private and really really like reserved about their matters. I think that also he has like a kind of ideal that probably he doesn't like to date people that probably other people that he knows has dated before. I know this sounds like judgmental and this sounds very patronizing, but actually I think that this is something that is not attracted to, probably someone that, because in his line of work, of course, that everyone knows everyone, so of course that there are like a few comments, like, oh, this dated this person, oh, this was with this person, and he just doesn't like to date someone that actually has dated other people that he knows or that he has in common or that are his acquaintances. He wants someone that it's a bit more reserved about their experiences in love. Probably he prefers not knowing, not finding out, not you being like, oh yes, there he goes my ex, or I just saw my ex, he just feels a bit uncomfortable with that. And probably this has to do with the fact that he is a bit possessive, and this has to do with his moon in Cancer, that when he gets attached to someone emotionally, he gets very protective, and probably he doesn't want to hear about your past, your resume, about how many boyfriends you had and all that stuff. And there are people like that. And then the other card, it's a scribe. So the scribe is someone that is really good with words and that has the ability to also be able to write their history or their ideas. They are really good like at writing lyrics, writing poems. Probably he does admire someone that is really good with literature, someone that is very knowledgeable, someone that likes to read a lot, someone that likes to probably like write love letters or something like that, very old-fashioned. But he just admires people that everything they do, they put a lot of effort in details. And this is very Virgo of his. This is his energy in Virgo of his. Like wanting to be with someone that, besides them being romantic, that actually they can concentrate in small details, and that they are people that are eager to learn new things. You know, he probably admires a lot people that are very knowledgeable, and he also wants to be that person. You know, he also wants to like make time to probably learn a bit more. I don't know if he went to college or something like that, or is in his mind to study some kind of degree or to specialize himself in something. But I think that he probably has the chance to get close to someone that is part of the creative process of the group or for the company. Someone that can be like a lyricist, you know, a writer, songwriter, a producer, a composer. You know, these are the kinds of probably kind of activity that he would really like about a romantic ideal person. Because if you notice, you know, the songwriters and lyricists and people that are in the studio, they are, of course, that some of them are very famous, but their work it's about consists in actually staying in the studio, and they are very humble about their achievements, and they have this very very inner kind of nature where some of them are very introverts, and this is why they love music so much, but they just don't want to be on a stage. And I think that this is what actually he feels attracted to, you know, someone that can be in his line of work, but someone that is creative, someone that is really good with words, and also someone that is not that flashy, you know, because probably if we think like, okay, but in his line of work, it could be another idol. And actually, from what I see here with all these archetypes, I think that probably I don't know, an idol female or an idol colleague wouldn't be like someone that he actually wants to have a relationship with. Because I sense that he's a bit possessive. So there's something about like maybe that person being on the spotlight that probably he doesn't like, you know, like because of the exposure and of the fanboys. And I don't think he likes, he would like his ideal someone to be a very, that kind of celebrity, you know, that has to be concentrated on their image in order to sell. You know, I think that he's a bit more like more modest about his taste. And I think that since we have the nun here and everything, I think he wants someone also very, very modest. Beautiful, of course, attractive, but not in everyone's eyes. You know, he wants something. He wants a relationship that can be private and that can be very like that can feel secure for him. You know, that can give him this kind of security. And the last card that came out from the Oracle of Romantic Angels is the card of Soulmate. So Seungmin definitely has the potential in this lifetime to meet his soulmate. I think that this is maybe why he's so picky in certain details, because it's like he is like materializing this person. It's like he's envisioning this person. He has like, probably he does have like some kind of list or something like that, where he has imprinted, or he's writing down something about this, and he is very confident that he's going to meet her. So probably there's a part of him that it's like a dreamer. And I'm not surprised actually, because when you are a moon in Cancer, you know, like I always talk about water moons, one of their many attributes is to be intuitive. So moon in Cancer people, male or female, they tend to be very intuitive, and they tend to want to have these connections that are very about soulmates, that they believe a lot in synchronicities, They believe a lot in serendipity. They believe a lot in you having this kind of special encounters where you feel it in your bones and you feel it in your aura that that person is the one. And they have a high and very like potent intuition. So I wouldn't be like surprised if he actually can recognize who his soulmate is going to be when he has that person near him. But you know what I always say about soulmates? This is why I do not do readings about soulmates, because soulmates, you can meet your soulmate and actually that relationship probably has a lot of valuable lessons for you to learn, and you probably like will go through a lot of growth, inner growth, and a lot of personal growth, and as a couple. But not necessarily that means that you are going to stay with that person forever or that you are going to get married with that person. You know, soulmate is the kind of very spiritual and profound bond where you come together in this life and you meet again in order for you to fix or for you to be able to continue that history that you had in the past that probably wasn't concluded, you know. So there's a lot of inner growth in this, and it has like a very important lesson for your soul and that person's soul to learn, but it's not in that romantic kind of like romanticization of soulmates or twin flames or whatever they call it nowadays. They have like a very important lesson for you, and of course that you can love that person very much and feel like you are connected, but that doesn't like guarantee you that is going to be that person, and you're going to meet that person, and you're going to get married, and you're going to have children, and you're going to be together until the day you die. You know, it doesn't work that way. So I think that he will meet his soulmate, because this is why he's here. I think that this is why he is, because I sense that his energy, even though he's very intuitive, sometimes he finds it really hard to believe that actually he can live this kind of experience, you know, that actually he can find someone that can love him in this deep level. And this is because he's like functioning from his Virgo kind of mindset, you know, of being very rational and very strategic and very analytic, you know. And he needs to connect more with his emotions and with his intuition, because he's really sensitive. He's really intuitive. It's just that he is so focused in his work right now or in his career, and he is so he's so detail oriented that he is such a perfectionist, you know, that he doesn't allow himself to, like I said, loosen up, you know, to be more spontaneous. So I think that what this person is going to bring him is the possibility of being that spontaneous, and at the same time of allowing himself to be romantic, you know, to be romantic, to be cheesy, to be goofy, to be really like annoyingly like romantic, but he can be all those, because I think that he definitely wants like this very deep connection, and it's really beautiful card here that he's going to meet this soulmate, because they will definitely will know each other. They will recognize the signs when they meet. So yes, guys, this is all I have for Seungmin's, for Stray Kids Seungmin's. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to give a like. This helps me a lot, so my video can reach to other fans of the boys and probably of other idols, that so they can watch my videos if they're interested. So thank you so much for being here and for the recommendations. Bye.